Right guys, so we are in for the second shoulder day of the week. We've got 2 shoulder days on this new split, and just about 7 weeks into the recomp now. So started off with a new coach, things are going really, really well. We got shoulders today. We're going to do a little bit of biceps as well with it. And we're just going to take you through all the sets that we're doing. It's very old school workout, high reps, heavy weight where we can. And we've got a quick one today because we've got a lot on. It's going to be about an hour session, just get it pounded, get it done. High reps, pump workout, and just enjoy it, man. And yeah, things are moving well. So we will be doing more videos. I don't know if it's going to be a prep series or not, but I'm just not really overthinking it. And that is kind of like the memo this year, just not overthinking, keeping my mind in a good place, and the body's responding. So we're going to get into a shoulder press. I've done 2 warm-up sets. So I think I'm going to go into, we'll do 1 more feeder set, and then we'll go into our heaviest working set then and do a rest pause. Nice. Strong. Yep, easy way. You don't need to spot me, bro. Pause now. So we just took that set to failure at 12 reps. So now what we've been doing on this is doing a rest pause. So we're counting to 30 seconds and then we're going to hit it again. Probably only going to get like 3 reps. But these sets really fucking take you past failure. I dread doing them every week, but they definitely pay off. So if you're not doing rest pauses, make sure you chuck them in. Right, I've got 10 seconds. Oh, 4 reps there. Every week we're just getting a little bit better with those rest pauses. So when you first start doing them, you might only get like 1 or 2 reps on a shoulder press. But now we're progressing. We're getting like 4 or 5, so it's good. Ideally, because I got 12 reps, I'll move up a little bit and probably go for 8. And then go from there, then do a back off set. That's when you need a tripod, bro. That's when you need a tripod. So you can spot me.
Just look at it anyway.
Yeah.
Little text pops up for emergency spotting.
Yeah, emergency spot. Right, I'll get my breath back because that's just knocked the breath out of me. And we'll do 42s. Got 42 there. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Strong. Easy. These are the sets. These are the ones that count. Yeah. That's how your sets should fucking look. If you're not pushing to failure like that, you're not working hard enough. You've got to make sure that you're taking your sets to that point where it's a fight to get that last one. It shouldn't be easy. Like, you need to challenge yourself in the gym. You need to be making sure that you're going into the gym and every single set is challenging, or at least you're going close to failure, because that's going to accumulate over time and that's going to really reflect in your physique. If you're just going in and you're not pushing your sets to that point, you're not getting enough out of it. So just be mindful of that. So we're going to do a back off set now. Go back down to like 30 high reps, and then we can move on then for side laterals. At least they play some good fucking music in here. That's what you need. Right, 12, let's go. Oh, fuck me. Yep. Nice. Right, we've done our working sets on now, we've done our back off. We're going to a side lateral now on the machine. Cool fucking gym there. This is the kind of shit you need. Here we go. Nice little side lateral machine that. So we've got, like I said, we've got 2 shoulder days, so they're both high volume, and this one we've just got a little bit of a different exercise selection and order, but we're still hitting 2 compound movements, 2 side lateral movements, and roughly like 1 radial movement, and just making sure that we are keeping constant tension on the delts and just pushing as much blood into the muscle as possible. That's the biggest thing here. Alongside a heavy weight on the compounds, obviously. But if you're not getting like 12 reps on a side lateral, I suggest just lower the weight a little bit and focus on the squeeze and the technique and the form. On your compounds, go a little bit heavier, but side laterals, go for high reps. You always get the most out of that. If you want that cap delt as well, that's what really gives that fullness to the muscle and that shape. rest. As you can see as well in there, guys, I'm taking it beyond failure by doing some extra partials at the end. So I do like to do that on a machine. I don't typically do it on dumbbells, but on a machine it's really good because there's constant tension on your delts. Let's go. Pretty solid kit, isn't it? Reckon?
Yeah, it's been a lot. The line's good.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. So 4th set now, guys. So I'm doing 4 sets on side laterals on the machine, and anything between 12 to 15 reps on this, but I'm always trying to increase the weight as I go. So the first set I might fall at 15, then I might fall at 15 again, then I'm getting closer and closer to that 12 rep range, that 12 mark, but I'm staying within that rep range, if that makes sense, but I'm trying to escalate that load over time, over each set. So final set, and then we'll move into a rear delt. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that was good. That's what we want. So we're going to get into some rear delts now. We're going to probably use dumbbells for this, so it'll be like a dumbbell rear delt fly. Really old school movement that you don't see people doing a lot of these days. So I'll take you through that. I'll explain some cues that I know and what helped me connect with my rear delts, and hopefully you'll take some value from that and give these a go. Right, guys, so third exercise is going to be a rear delt dumbbell fly, with dumbbells obviously. And there's a couple of things I want you to think about when you're doing this movement. So we're trying to target the rear delt, so we want to have everything in alignment, so the wrist, the elbow and the rear delt. What you'll find is, a lot of people when they do these, they're not all the way over enough and they're coming back like this. They're using a lot of lats and back. I want your elbows turned over like this. Instead of being here, I want you to turn your elbows over and be in this position so that your hand, elbow and rear delt are all in alignment, and that's where the load's going to go. Then it's going to go into your rear delt. So just be super mindful of that. We'll do one warm-up set because we've not warmed up our rear delts yet. I like to get one feeder set in just to feel it. So we'll do 15s, I think. Getting used to finding the dumbbells in here, first time here, so very, very good gym though. Lots of bodybuilding, stuff on the wall, PCA, 2 bronze medals. Exactly what you need when you're prepping for shows. You just look up and get motivated, and that's, you know, it's not like these commercial gyms. It's a special drink. So we got Intra Shake on us, Prozis. Cheeky plug, use my code at checkout, Brad7, if you want to get any Prozis supplements, EAAs, creatine. A lot of these supplements, man, some of them are essential, like protein. I'd say protein, creatine, glutamine, they're your three essentials. A lot of the other ones are just kind of like extras. EAAs are always good though, you know, when you're training. And then we got 2 grams of pink salt and 10 grams of glutamine in there as well. Right, we're gonna go into our heavy set now. It's not really heavy, but you know, for a rear delt, an isolation exercise for rear delts, I only really like taking these to like 20s, 22s, because if I go any heavier, when I'm in the contraction, I can't really pause as much. And that's what I want to do in this movement. I want to make sure I'm pausing at the squeeze. Can't beat these sessions though. Like we have like an hour today, so literally just getting after it, fucking training fast, and yeah, your heart rate's just high. It's just a good way to train. Can't go as heavy like, but pump's crazy. Well, we got a plate loaded there. We'll do that. I think it's time to take the pump cover off, boys. See what we're looking like. Probably a little bit flat because we've been dieting hard this week. Getting a bit leaner, for sure. It's nice. It's a nice machine. We'll probably put 2 more plates on each side. Lovely. Can't beat good fucking kit, man. That's why training at certain gyms with certain energy and certain environments matters. Especially if you're a bodybuilder, you're on prep. You know, you need that environment. Your environment kind of dictates your success sometimes, and if you're in a shitty environment, it's not really going to be conducive to your goal. So, something to think about. So we'll do 2 more plates on each side, and we'll take that to like failure, which is like 6 to 8. Just as many reps as you can fucking do, basically. Right, so we've just done 1 feeder set just to feel the machine out. Feels good. So we're gonna put on 60 aside. This will be our heaviest set, and then I'll just do a rest pause again, similar to the first press. So we've got 2 presses, very similar, just high volume, and just focusing on tempo, super easy. There's 2 grips on this, I'm just gonna use the Y grip. Just feels comfortable for me and my shoulder. And then we're gonna take it to as many reps as we can. That's going to land somewhere between 6 to 10, and then I'll just do a rest pause set. Max effort, max intensity. Like a lot of guys, like everyone's turning into a bit of a pussy these days. Like they think that, you know, they don't go to failure. They don't like push themselves in the gym. Like this is absolutely nothing towards. Like you got to think there's people at war, in the fucking war, and like people can't even push themselves on a shoulder press. Like if you're one of those people who is moaning and complaining about bodybuilding and hates it, then it's just not for you. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, this is what I love to do. I love bodybuilding, and if you want to just like dip your toes in and just enjoy it and just train, then you can have an half decent physique and look all right. But if you want to really progress and maximize your physique, you've got to be training hard. You've got to be on it with your nutrition. You've got to be on it with your sleep. Like you've got to tick the boxes and make sure that you're dialing everything in, or else someone else is, and you're just gonna fall behind that person. And it is, at the end of the day, in bodybuilding, it's a competition. Yes, it's you versus you, and you want to beat yourself, but you're going against people who want to win, so you've got to make sure that you're maximising everything you do in the gym and outside the gym. So that's how we're going to take this set now. Up. Oh, it's fucking heavy, that lad. I can't do that, you know. Can't do it. That's it. I could probably get a 10 on and do like 22 20s and 10, but I might just do 2 plates. Tell you what, we'll put 5 on. And sometimes you just gotta fail and try. At least I fucking tried, that's the thing. You gotta give it a go. That's it, yeah. Need something. Right, we're gonna go 45. We'll do 30 seconds and go one more time. Switch the grip a little bit now to a closer grip and just focus on, obviously the front delt's going to get a little bit more activation and a little bit of upper chest. Here we go.
Frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Front line.
I'm really enjoying this prep so far. Just to dive into where my mind's at. So, obviously, if you've been following the journey for a while, I competed in 2023. Took about a year off, a year and a half off. Did a little bit of an off season. It was very uncomfortable for me because I didn't want to get out of shape, but had to push a little bit. And you know, now we're seeing, obviously I'm a little bit flat today because I'm digging hard this week, but seeing the improvements now, it's like that time off, sometimes you need to do it. You need to put yourself through it as an athlete because that's the time you're going to progress. And that's the only time you're going to really be able to grow substantial tissue. Yes, you know, you can grow on prep if you do everything right. You've got the right things in and everything's moving. But if you want to pack on some real size and strength, the off season is where you're going to do that. So I'm glad I took that time away. because now I'm with a new coach. We've got a bit of a different approach going on. We started off at 117. I will throw some pictures up on the screen so you can see the progress basically over the last 7 weeks of working together. It's crazy, to be honest. Like, obviously when you've got a higher body fat, you look a little bit smaller in pictures, because I was a lot bigger on the left in terms of scale weight. But now we've recomped. I'm at 110 kilos. I've lost 7 kilos of body fat, and I look drastically different. So process is going really well with him. He is keeping my mind in a good place, because a lot of, like 2023, I was overthinking a lot of aspects of the prep. And I feel like that, you know, when you overthink and you stress and, you know, you're a bodybuilder, you've got a lot to do, cortisol starts to rise. And when cortisol starts to rise, your body holds water, it looks worse, and it's just not a good look. And you can start to really derail yourself basically from the objective, and you start to, you know, go astray, and you start to go off the path that you're on. And you need to stay on that path, and you need to stay focused and locked in. And what do you really need to do as a bodybuilder? You need to eat your meals, you need to pose, you need to do your cardio, and you just need to tick your boxes and not overthink. So the biggest thing for me, having this new coach, is keeping my mind in a good place, and where the mind is, the body follows. So that's what's happening. So. Oh, wow. That machine, that's insane. I love a little piece of kit like that I don't usually get to use, and it's just perfect for me, the plane of motion. So really enjoy that one. I'm going to basically it feels quite heavy on its own because I'm moving quite quickly through the set, so I'm just going to put like a 5 on and just challenge that medial delt with high reps and just squeezing the fuck out of it basically. Can't get any closer to failure than that, man. So we're just doing 4 sets here, 12 to 15 reps again. High reps, pumping blood into that cap of the delt, because in men's physique, that's the biggest thing. Shoulder to waist ratio. You can never have a big enough Dorito shape, and that is the goal, to have a wide clavicle and a tiny fucking waist. So we're trying to bring that this year. We're trying to bring the craziest V-taper we can. And what you want to work on there is, if you are lacking in width, it's going to be about your lats and your side laterals. So you can never have big enough side delts in men's physique. So we'll go one more time. Getting into the bicep portion of the workout now. We've got 2 bicep exercises. This is one of my favorite bicep exercises these days. It's not how I built my arms though, because I didn't do a lot of these cable curls back in the day. I just did a lot of supersets, barbell curls. They're all relatively similar, because obviously the bicep only moves in one plane of motion. Yes, you can target the brachialis as well, so we'll do like a hammer grip for that. Sometimes I like to do crossbody on that, because you just feel like it gives me that thickness from the front. But biceps is super simple. It's just about really squeezing the muscle, pushing as much blood in there as possible, and making sure you have good form throughout the lengthened and the shortened range. So you spend a bit of time in the lengthened, and you're really spending a bit of time in the shortened, squeezing as much blood into that muscle as you can. Don't just go through the motions on biceps. If your arms are weak, you need to be really focusing on your arms and making sure you're using your arm to do the movement and not your shoulder, because that's probably the biggest mistake of beginners when they're training biceps. A lot of it is shoulders, because they're moving their elbow a lot, when really their elbow should just stay fixed and the shoulders should stay locked down, and they should just be squeezing the bicep. So bit like that. A little bit light.